Alright, test. Good morning, everyone. Aoki. Good morning, Ferret. What are you guys up to today? Yuki, hello, how are you doing? Funny Cup's a bit too big. Let's make it smaller. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. Songbird, thank you for the gift sub. That's really sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Thanks. I take it you've been busy working? Affluent. Hello. How are you doing today? Shoot, I forgot to add my new emotes. I should do that right now, actually. For those of you that aren't aware, we recently just got our set of emotes completed. And I need to add these to Twitch chat now. They won't be available right away, I think, because Twitch takes a really long time to approve emojis, but I will start uploading them right now. Yeah, do you like them? Do you like them? Let's see. Emotes, there we go. Okay. Bum ba 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 bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba 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 bum bum. 112 by 112 pixels. Okay. That's all. Well, I got one approved, but the hyper goop emote took like 2 weeks to get approved for some reason. Hopefully these ones don't take as long. I don't know why they would take that long, but it's just kind of silly. Let's see. Right. And it needs to be approved. Gosh darn it. Why can't it? It's so silly. Oh well. Stare. Sorry, this will just take a moment. I have to upload all these one by one. Guys, what's up? I'm just uploading my new emojis right now. Or emotes, rather. But like I said before, the emotes won't be available right away because Twitch needs to spend 6 years to look at a JPEG and say if it's good or not. Very goofy. Hi, Razy. Muffin, how are you doing? Oh, what the heck? You only get 9 slots? Huh. Weird. What the heck? Wait a second, how do you get more slots? Shoot. Weird. I could've... Huh, I thought Twitch had a lot more emote slots. Are you supposed to get more of them somehow? You have to get more subs or become a partner, I think. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, fair enough. Hi, Lone, how you doing? Well, I just figured out that I can't upload all of my emotes. I'll get rid of this default one, I guess. I'm able to upload most of them. I'm just missing one space, unfortunately. That's okay. Okay. What is Bits tier? Customize your words for your biggest cheers. Oh, okay. Upload unique emotes starting at 1K and higher. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Do 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 do. Okay. Sorry, just give me a moment as I keep uploading. As I finish uploading these emotes. Some of them, it seems, are available right now, but a lot of them need to get approved. Where is it? Ugh, I don't get how this works at all. You get new emote slots through total sub amounts, I'm pretty sure, but you get a flat amount for being a partner. Gotcha. The almighty Womit is angry. Who's the Womit? I haven't met this person before. They sound lovely to be around, though. Yay, some of them work! Woohoo! I can't clap because I have noise suppression on. You can't hear that, right? I'm clapping. Gosh darn it. Well, that just puts me in a weird spot. If I turn my noise suppression off, you can hear me clapping, but then you'll always hear me swiveling and squirming in my chair as well, which I don't think is very professional. A small price to pay. I mean, mics are also freakishly sensitive too without any noise suppression. You'd probably hear the next door neighbor pissing. So it's like... I don't think having noise suppression off is really an option. You can't get the headpad emote? How come? Where's the headpad emote? It should be tier 1, yeah. So I only get 9 slots for tier 1, and 1 slot each for tier 2 and tier 3. That's weird. Only 1 each. That is really weird. That is really weird. Okay, so 3 of them got approved immediately. It's the crying one, it's the pet one, and the smug one. Where's head pet? Oh, no, I didn't upload that one yet. Hold on. Head pet. Nope, that's the wrong one. Gosh dang it. I'm missing the blushing one. Okay, perfect. Blushing. Okay, that should do it. I think I'm all done now. Wonderful. Okay, thank you for waiting. So now we have crying, petting, and smug available. And also the Neko Arc one. The ones that need to be approved are Wow, Stare, Shine, Angry. And yeah. Everything else is working. How come? Well, it should... No, you're tier 1, so it should be there for you. I don't know why. Maybe refresh? I'm not sure. And then since there's 1 slot for tier 2 and 1 slot for tier 3, the bean one is tier 2 and then the Neko Arc is tier 3. Ludicrous! Thank you for following. Isn't that a rapper? Are you a rapper? Wait, can I not? Oh, wait, hold on. Can I not use my own emotes? You don't rap, but you do mix music. That's really cool, actually. Huh, that's really cool. Shoot. Shoot. It works? What's another one that's should be there? Muffin, do you have the Neko Arc one? I think Muffin, you're tier 3, right? Do you have the Neko Arc one? It works wonderful. Woohoo! Alright. Time to play video game. What is this? Let me get some water. Give me a quick moment, I'm gonna grab some water. Do. Alright, I got my water. Ah. Big smile for the camera. You know, this isn't really something I thought about too much. How do other VTubers... Whoa, voice crack. How do other VTubers usually position their character? Do they do it right on the face like this? Or do they do it like this? Where it's like a body? I've seen it both ways, I just don't really know which one's more common. Because if I put it right on my face, and then you can see more reaction. You can see more of the YouTube thumbnail reaction. Whoa! Wow! You won't believe number 6. Depends a lot of both. Fair enough. Let's see. I should move it up though. I feel like my characters are... Well, no, if I move myself up, then my big head would start blocking the chat. I'll figure it out. I'll leave it like this for now. See how I feel. Tony, welcome! Thanks for the 100 bits, Risey. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the emotes turned out. I really hope you guys like them. Oh yeah, and 15k subs on YouTube. Yeah. Every single time I hit a milestone, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a milestone video. I'm gonna do something wacky and crazy, and then I just don't do anything. I just don't do anything. To this day, I still have not done that one video where I'm just drinking pilk for my 50 subscriber special. Ah. Bap, 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 bap. Yeah. Smile for the camera. Glad to hear it, Tony. Tony, what do you do actually, Tony? I'm curious about you. You're always here and you're always just chilling. What do you do in your spare time, Tony? Tell me a bit more about yourself. I need to practice my YouTube thumbnail pictures. They did what? Twitch Ultimate Funny Highlights Compilation. You laugh, you lose challenge. Impossible challenge.其實應該講多啲東話。哎呀。Is Rush Hour 3 public domain? Can I watch that on Twitch? Kinda feel like watching a Jackie Chan movie right now. I really gotta sharpen up my Chinese more. I don't use it enough. San and Risey, while I have you both here, could I ask you two for a favor? Bing Qiling. Bing Qiling. Lao Gan Ma. We were talking a bit earlier about either getting a character reference sheet or an animated intro thing commission. I was just asking if you could count the votes. I think it ended up being pretty even, but if you could just help me count who voted for what, that would be really helpful. I need to burp. My burp is stuck. There we go. I'm sorry. Excuse me, that was gross. I'm sorry. Goodness. That was really unprofessional, I'm sorry. Thank you. Alright. Oh, goodness. Obstacle course? I'm not doing that. I do not feel like doing an obstacle course right now. Oh, it's cool. Interesting. Still not doing that, though. San, should I replace the neck arc with something else? I don't know. What do people usually put? It's still so weird that there's like a single slot for tier 2 and a single slot for tier 3. I don't get the point of it. I don't know. What do people usually put there? I figured the neck arc one would make for a good tier 3. That thing is cruising. What the heck? Where am I going? Where'd I go? What? Oh, is there a cave? Oh, shoot. Is there a cave entrance? It's over there. Okay. Yeah, affiliates cap at 9 normal, 1C2 and 1C3, and the bit emote slots partners get up to 50! Wow, I don't really appreciate this Twitch classism, this Twitch segregation. Huh. It wasn't really a vote, it was just a thing that was happening in the VIP chat. VIP chat. That's crazy though. But yeah, Twitch partners are it's quite a daunting thing to obtain for most people, just because the main bottleneck, I think, that stops most people from getting Twitch partners having an average of 75 concurrent viewers, which is really, really crazy. Like, that's really something that only happens to people that have a really large following on other platforms like YouTube or like, I don't know, even like TikTok or Instagram or something like that. Because, you know, it should be like a commonly known fact by now that starting ground up from Twitch is effectively impossible. It's just something that doesn't happen. Because Twitch will always just show you at the very top the people with the most views already. Everyone that's featured is those that are already popular. Everyone that's at the top of the list for your streaming category is the people that's already popular. It's just the way it works. So that effectively just means that everyone who already has viewers is going to gain more viewers, and everyone who has less viewers is not. And it's pretty... I mean, it's obviously a good system for a big company, but definitely makes it harder for little folk. It makes it harder for little folk. Let's see. Alright. Oh, right. I'm switching. Sure? Sure? No, sure. Sure. Sure? Sure. Sure? Sure.
Warming up しよっか。
Do I get the artifacts for this guy? Not this one. This one? This one. Where is it? What the heck is this thing? Wait, where are the artifacts? There it is. I can't find it. This one? Perfect. This one. I would love to do a Genshin character tier list at some point, but I feel like everyone who does it are like people who do nothing but play this game and spend thousands of dollars on it. So I feel like if my opinion doesn't match up with theirs, I'm gonna get ripped apart. Not agreeing with the basement dwellers. Let's see. What is this for? I keep forgetting what I'm doing. This'll work. Anyway. I want to get singing lessons. This is probably a long shot, but has anyone in chat ever taken singing lessons before? Not counting like 5th grade choir class. Has anyone had like actual professional singing lessons? Is Genshin Impact good? I'm thinking about getting the game on my Switch. I didn't know it was on Switch. And Eli, the first thing I would find out is if the Switch version is cross-play compatible. I'm 99% certain if you make an account on PS4, it's locked to the PS4. I don't know about the Switch version. Knowing Nintendo, it's probably locked to it. Because if you get it on PC, you can... Okay, sounds good. PC is crossplay compatible with mobile. I don't know if your phone's good enough to run it. My phone can run the game, but it's just completely run out of space because I have like 6,000 photos of like food on my phone, so I just have no space left on my phone. I can't play the game there anymore. having it be crossplay compatible is really important because I'd say the vast majority of people play it on PC and mobile.
形は精神と共にあれ。動くべきだ。いや。
裁きの一
全力攻撃だ。またかわせなかった。
風の歌、雲の行くごと。
歌よ錦となれ。形は精神と共。
Fuck, you only heard half of what you said due to an ad. Oh, I'm sorry. Where did I cut off, Eli? And I apologize for the advertisements. I only tried to learn guitar once. Oh no, Yuki, I wasn't asking about guitar, I was asking about singing specifically. I don't think I could ever do guitar, even if I really tried to do it. It's just conceptually so hard. Like, there's so many different little finger placements, I could never do that. Instruments are hard. I commend anyone who can play any instrument. That stuff is not easy. It's basically the same as learning another language. Basically. Okay, cool. Holy smokes, these stink. Holy smokes, these stink. Here you go. It's easier than another language for me. Learning English was easier. Wait, what? No worries, I only heard mid-sentence compatible on Switch after the ad. Okay, so Eli, what I said was make sure... Well, not make sure. Find out if the game on Switch is crossplay compatible with PC or mobile. Is what I said. I say that because I know the PS4 version is locked to the PS4. Your account's locked to the PS4, and I don't think you can play with other people unless they're also on PS4, which really stinks. Because the vast majority of people definitely play on PC. Or mobile, sorry. Mobile. PC and mobile. That's pretty good. That's really good. Okay, cool. I really should. No, I really do want to make a tier list. I just want to see. I just want to see how many people agree or disagree with me. But then again, I don't even know how many people in my community play this game. Like, I'm just streaming it because this is a game I like to play. I don't know. I don't think there's many, if any, quote-unquote Genshin fans in my community. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean, Riley? I'm not allowed to have the wrong opinion. If I have the wrong opinion, I will get cancelled. I don't but do it anyways? Okay, fine. Alright. Let me just finish spending my resin first. Well, here's the thing, Risey. My tier list is correct, and everyone else's is wrong. This is the new Pokemon game, Mario Frontiers. At the Olympic Games. Holy smokes. Gosh, scrolling through artifacts is so annoying. Oh, I scrolled past it too. Awesome. Where is it? Where is it? Of course it's at the top. What am I doing? Where's that? I like watching tier lists even if I don't know anything about the game. Sure. We'll do a tier list. I'll do my best to explain in a way that's accessible. Wow, are you kidding me? This game sucks. I have to upgrade it. Oh gosh, I have to upgrade it anyways. Question for people who have Switches. Breath of the Wild is still a $60 game, right? I know it was ported to the Switch, I just don't know how much the game costs. Awesome. Of course it's a God, I freaking love Nintendo. I love Nintendo. Woohoo. You just found out you can download Twitch on... Huh. I did not know that. Oh my goodness. If you get it from a pawn shop or something, you can get as much as 25% off. Yeah. Oh, we really love Nintendo, huh? Those freaking old Japanese worms. Gosh. Oh, I ran out of materials. Old Japanese worm. Alright. Let's see. What was I doing again? Alright, tier list. I just mentioned Nintendo's name? Yeah. I hope they ban me for that. That would give me a reason to shut them down. For good. Through not so peaceful protest. Nintendo's a freakishly horrendous company, but they will continue to be big for the rest of the time, kind of like Disney. They're not like explicitly evil like Disney, but oh goodness, they're greedy and not good. How do I add my own tiers? Just found out how expensive some old Nintendo DS games are nowadays. It's wild. Well, that one kind of makes sense. Old cartridges aren't accessible. I mean, the best place to look to them for sure is through like local like Craigslist type websites where it's just people trying to get rid of old things. Otherwise, if you're looking on like auctioning sites, it's just going to be people trying to price gouge. Netflix too? Yeah, Netflix isn't really like a titan though. Netflix is a big company, but they're not like an industry titan like Disney or Nintendo is. Excuse me. Burp. Drinking water makes me burp. Here you go. Yeah. Here you go. Let's get a rum. Let's get a rum, Miku. What the heck are we even in your local-ish game store for? I have not been in one of those in probably a decade. Those things are very niche, I think. Well, they're probably more popular than I think they are, but still. Selling your Pokemon cards. Nice. How much did you get for your Pokemon cards? 200 to 300 euros for a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver. People actually, wow, that's really cool. You can get so many Twitch subscriptions with that sound. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Where's my window capture? There it is. Opera. Okay. Alright, let me just move this. Move that around. Wait, Paimon's on the list? They didn't even include Paimon on the list. Wow, this tier list sucks. Alright. Boy tier list. Hey, cool. Alright, we're calling this the definitive Genshin tier list. Can I make this full screen somehow? Not really. Let's see. Shoot. Oh shoot, I don't know how to do that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I want to watch this stream on my Vita, but it won't let me. How would you watch this stream on your Vita, Miku? I don't even know this. Is it a Vita like a 10-year-old device? I'm watching the stream on phone and Switch. It do be working. That's really cool, Eli. Wow. I did not know you could do that. Right. I really gotta get this funny cup out of the way, huh? Okay. Alright. So, let's begin the definitive Genshin Impact character tier list. Now, before we start, I'm gonna describe how I'm going to rate these characters. I'm gonna be taking basically everything into consideration. Every single component that you think of. So not just their like in-game like performance, but you also have to take into account how accessible the character is, how interesting the character is, how much I want to have sex with them, and also their well, let's not talk about that actually. Point is, I will be taking as many factors as I can into consideration. Let's see. I do need to add a few more tiers, though. How do I add more tiers? What the heck? Is this broken? There's supposed to be an option thing here. There it is. So we're going to add a row above. So you got S, A, B, D, C. Hold on. Did they mix up D and C? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. Wait. A, S, A, B, C, D. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was just hallucinating. Okay, no, it wasn't just me then. Okay. That was... Venti best. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I will be taking just the... I'll write down some of my biases, okay? Because biases are very important to take into consideration for every tier list, right? The person, the basement dweller that spent, 16 hours a day and their mom's entire credit card on the game is going to have a different opinion from the person that started a month ago and, doesn't have access to basically anything and isn't that committed. I wouldn't say committed to the game. Some people just worship these things. I definitely would not take... Well, let me say it like this. If a whale is making the tier list, their opinion... That's a bit of a harsh opinion, but I'm going to say it. Their opinion basically doesn't matter. They don't reflect the average person's gameplay experience. Honestly, if anyone wails on anything, don't take their opinion for anything. They're spending that much money on a video game. No, screw them. Their opinion is not valid for the own game that they play, much less other things in life. Get real. All right. So let's take into account some biases. Scare that. Text. Genshin, heal us. I will preface. Congrats on getting over 1,000 followers. Thank you, Miko. I will preface, of course, anyone's allowed to spend their money however they want. Of course, it's just, some people definitely do have. Like, let's be real. Some people definitely use that as a means of trying to be superior just because they spend more money on a phone game. Alright, speak slowly. Now, before we start, we should label some biases. Can I shift this over? That's good, okay. Sparrow, thank you so much for following. So first we'll highlight the factors, and then we'll highlight the biases. You're falling in love with a Genshin. What is a What is a Genshin? Sounds Stale sounds 649. Zixtio sans 49. Spirit says yes. I agree. New text. Alright, so factors. We take into account performance. We take into account accessibility. We take into account interesting character. We take into account... Well, those are like the main factors. Let me think of... Because interesting character takes into account like their design, their story, their personality, I guess. Synergy and universality. How much and also how much. Ooh, the funny cup text for a little bit. So on the left here, I have all the factors that I'll be taking into consideration for the character. It's not a complete list, but it is everything I can think of off the top of my head. If more comes to my mind, I will update that list. Now let's also talk about some biases. My total spending on the game is probably somewhere around $300 US. Let's see. Biases. What are some other biases? Ah, shoot. I really need to think. There's a whole lot of other biases I need to think of, but Obviously some characters, less time spent on some characters. Right. I don't play all the characters equally. It's kind of impossible to play every single one. What are some other biases? Shoot. Their weapons? No, weapons should be separate, I think. Shoot. That is part of universality, though. Last time spent on some characters. There should be a lot more biases, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Right. Right. Let's see. So 5-star characters. This is a personal bias I have. I think that 5-star characters, for the vast majority of people, should be the baseline for them should absolutely be C0 or C1. Right. You'll have C2 and up for like a couple characters, but for the vast majority of people, if you have a 5-star character, they are going to be C0 or C1. For 4 stars, I think I can safely say that C6 should be a baseline for all 4-star characters, just because it's a lot easier to get there. C0, C1 means constellation. So you get a constellation when you get a repeat of the character. So every character, you roll the character itself, and then you get constellations. So you need to get that character 6 more times, in addition, 7 times total, in order to get the quote-unquote, like, full power character. Obviously, that's very, very expensive, because, you know, for 5-star characters, but it is pretty feasible, and a lot of people are going to be pretty close to, if not, like, having most of their 4-star characters at C6. Because you just get them naturally throughout the progression of the game. You will just get them while you're trying to get other stuff too. So, right, 5 stars you have to target. 4 stars you'll just get them like over time eventually, always. So these are going to be my biases. No one has yet to firmly disagree with any of my factors or biases, so I'm just going to move forward with them. If you have any concerns about how I'm weighing certain factors or weighing certain characters, do just let me know, and we can talk about that. Which ones did you disagree with, Miku? All right. Oh, I need to add some new tiers, right? So we're going to need some additional tiers for the characters as well. So we have the standard S through D, but I will also add a new tier for I don't have this character, or I know nothing about this character. I play this game quite a lot, but not enough to have every single character in the game. And especially to not... I especially don't play this game enough to have every single character in the game built. So, that's just not happening. Why is Kazuha the only one with a freaking... Why does he have this? Where's his picture? Why does everyone else have a normal picture? What is this? What is this picture here? What is this supposed to... Okay, whatever. I already forgot what I was talking about. Right, new tiers. So I do not have every character, and I do not have all of them built. So just keep that into consideration. If you do have every single character, and you do have every single character built, get help. Let's see. And the new and final tier is Pyro Hypercarry. At the very bottom of the list is Pyro Hypercarry. And that will be important later on. I'll explain what I mean by that later on. There's a reason that Pyro Hypercarry is on the very bottom of the list. Very cool. So first off, we have the bread and butter main character. Oh my goodness. I haven't tried their new elemental form yet, the Dendro one. I heard it's pretty good, but I have not tried it yet. So I will talk about the elements that they have at the start. Not the start. They have Animo, they have Wind, they have Geo, and they have Electro. They all suck. There's no sugarcoating it. They all suck. I'm sure people said Dendro's pretty good though. I think they're free. It's pretty accessible, but it also sucks that... Oh yeah, no, we need to add another very important factor. Bonus points if they are boy. Bonus points for a fanboy. Let's see. Let's see. Bonus points. Bonus points for fem. There we go. All right. That's not a bias. That's just, I'm sorry, that's a fact of life. Boys are gonna be... I should say that. I'm not gonna say that. So I would put Traveler firmly at D tier. But if Dendro is good, I think that's worth putting it up to C. So we'll put them both at C. Albedo, oh goodness. Oh goodness. What do we do about Albedo? Now Albedo has... Oh goodness. Albedo is a Geo character, which means he's completely neutral damage. His kit lets him do a lot of damage, but that's not a very unique thing, right? Albedo's main issue is that he doesn't do anything different than Ningguang or like... Well, Ningguang specifically, right? With Albedo, you just throw down his skill, and then you throw down his ult, and then he does damage sometimes, and he has numbers. That's it. Those numbers can be okay good, I guess, sometimes, but Geo also fundamentally sucks at taking down shields, and Albedo also can't target shields unless he does damage to their health. So Abyss Mages will just take 0 damage from his skill all the time because none of the damage is going through their HP bar. Other shielded characters do still take some damage, but it's just not very good. It's just not very good damage. But the fact that he does 0 damage to Abyss Mages is a huge issue. Not just Abyss Mages, Abyss Lectors, Abyss Heralds, any of the big shield targets, Albedo just does literally 0 against. And he also faces competition in the one role that Albedo is good at. He faces competition from a cheaper character, Ningguang. In terms of his actual character, he's kind of cute, I guess. I'm going to say this with no regret, but boys make better girls. Yeah. That's a popular thing that gets tossed around. Boys make the best girls because... I already forgot. Boys make the best girls because boys know what boys want. I never liked throwing that sentiment around because, like, it's a funny thing to say, sure, but it's definitely not something I like saying a lot too. Because, you know, alienating people because they're female is it's definitely not a good thing. And I get it's supposed to be a funny thing, but we don't want to get the wrong message across. We don't want to make other people uncomfortable just because they don't fall within our category of attraction. Well, I'm sure people unironically do think that. Because there's plenty of morons within our community and within every community in the world, and communities of morons. There's plenty of googles. I'm sure none of you, like, you guys are all very intelligent people, of course. You guys are also smart. You guys watch Rick and Morty, but unfortunately, there is a very big number of not so smart people. And people will read that sentence and immediately go, huh, you're right. Huh, you're right. Boys really are better than girls. I hate all women. And then that's their mindset. Don't quote me on that. Please don't clip that out of context. Let's see. What was I talking about? Right, Genshin Impact. I'm talking about a video game. Okay. Alvaro. His character, his hair is cool, I guess. He's chill. He's smart, like an anime protagonist. He's kind of wholesome. He's like a big brother to Klee. Let's see. Thank you. Please don't do that, Eli. I'd put Alvaro in... Oh, shoot. I don't want to put him all the way in C. I'll move them around, but... I think I could put Alvaro in B tier. I mean, his ult really sucks too. Oh gosh, he's not okay. I'll put him in C tier. He's very wholesome though, which I think... no, I'll bump him up to B. He's got a wholesome character. Amber! Oh goodness, we need a new tier. Where did I... No, stop. Did I just move it? How did I move it? Okay, whatever. I made a mistake. Starter character. Now, unfortunately, in very typical gacha game fashion, the characters that you start out with suck ass. Kaya is the one exception to that. Oh, I need another new tier. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, cool. The characters the devs accidentally made too good. Now, a trend that... Lonzo, thank you so much for 5 gift subs. What the heck? I really appreciate that, Lionel. Why would you do that, though? Goodness gracious. That's too sweet of you. Thank you for the generosity. Goodness gracious. To this day, I still don't know what to say to properly thank you guys when you guys do stuff like that for me. I do the subbing. Oh, Lone, if you really want to help me out with something else, please teach me what to say after receiving like a donation like that. That was very, very, very... Oh, I froze for a minute. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're the best. I already lost my train of thought. Just say what you feel. Just say what you feel in your heart. Okay, let me think about this. Feel in my heart. What do I feel in my heart? What do I feel in my heart? Bazinga. Was that not the correct? I don't feel like that. I feel like that wasn't the correct answer. You approve? Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks again, Lone. All right, now back to it. I already forgot who I was talking about. Right. So when Genshin, Sand, thanks for the 100 bits. I'll be sure to invest that into Dogecoin for you. So at the very start of the game's lifespan, no one knew how to play the game. And this obviously extended to the game developers themselves. So since no one knew how to play the game, that's why everyone put Bennett in C tier, because no one knew what the heck they were talking about. At the same time, they also didn't have any data for balancing. So some characters are just freakishly busted because they didn't like play tested for it. That's also the reason why every 4-star character since release is either mid or just really bad. They have a lot more data now. They have a lot more playtesting. So they basically just engineer new characters to suck ass. To put it bluntly. Let's see. Okay. So in typical gacha game fashion, the starter characters that you get at the beginning of the game are horrendous. You can't use them for anything, basically. Let's see. Like, you need them to do the basic exploration stuff, but it's more of a necessity thing. But they really don't serve any unique role in any way, shape, or form. Let's see. Ayaka, oh boy. People really love this character. I think they're okay, I guess. Their skill is you push the button, and their ult is you push the button and you do damage. It's not a very interesting kit. It does plenty of damage. It's fine, I guess. She's a pretty okay character. I thought her story quest was pretty cool. I'll put her in A tier. She's a pretty solid character. And she's really good at C0 and C1 too, so no real complaints about Ayaka. Pretty good character. Barbara's a starter character. There's nothing more to say about it. She doesn't do anything. Beto. Beto's a pretty popular character with the not the hippies. The hipsters, hipsters. I don't know why. I don't really use her. So I don't really have a whole lot of experience using her. I'm sure she's quite solid though, if people worship her like that. And plus she's a very accessible character at 4 stars. So people like the Dommy Mommy character as well. She's pretty all-rounded. I'll put her in A tier. Bennett is one of the characters that the devs accidentally made too good. Bennett poses a huge issue for Genshin Impact. He is so freaking good that he blows basically every other support out of the water. Now, people will get very upset if you nerf him, so they don't do that. But how would you shift Bennett out of the meta? You need to somehow introduce a character that is somehow better than Bennett at what he does, and that would require so much power creeping that you would basically start shifting the entire cast out of relevance, and that's a slippery slope. So they don't do that either. Bennett is basically irreplaceable. There is not a single situation in which Bennett is not the best character in the game by a significant margin. Pyro is the best element. His attack boost is massive. He heals and he does damage. You can't replace that. You can't replace a character that does everything and does everything well. It's just something that doesn't happen. Yeah, there's no contest. If there's a single character that's the best character in the game, it's Bennett by a large margin. Now they could also release a character that's maybe a little bit better than Bennett and also a 5-star banner character. Like, oh, here's the new exclusive event character that's better than Bennett. Here's the issue. They're more expensive. That automatically makes them worse than Bennett, because Bennett already does such a ridiculous... You already get such a ridiculous amount of value out of Bennett that even if there was a character that was better at Bennett at supporting, did healing, did damage increase, did all that, but is a 5-star character, they're automatically worse than Bennett because they're not accessible. Even if they do perform at a higher level. Even if, which it doesn't really happen. Yeah. Bennett is hands down the best character. Also, he's kind of a little boy, very submissive and readable. Very fragile. You could snap him apart like a carrot. I like him. Very soft. Very cheerful. Very cute. I could just crumple him into a ball. Let's see. He's so cute and small. I love him. Chongyun. Chongyun, sir, has a pretty unique effect in his... When you cast skills inside of his funny ice zone, you get a 15% cooldown reduction on your skill. That's pretty big. And that's definitely the best thing about his kit. The rest of his kit is pretty weak though. There's not a whole lot of numbers. The infusion isn't very good. The ult doesn't really do that much damage. But he's also very accessible. And well, his cryo application is also very good too for infusion. So I'd say he's probably B tier. I'll put him in B tier, yeah. He's definitely pretty good, but there's not too many cases in which you'd pick him. Diluc is a Pyro Hyper Carry, which automatically puts him underneath D tier, and you'll see why. Actually, I'll just do this right now. The reason that Pyro Hyper Carry is under D tier is because of this. Where is... Every single one of those characters is a Pyro Hyper Carry. What this means is that you effectively have to build your team around them to do damage, and that's all they do. They do pyro damage. There is basically nothing separating any of these characters. If you have one character, you do them all. Sure, Hu Tao does a bit more damage, and she's really popular. People consistently put Hu Tao at an S tier. And they have her weapon too, so it's like you have another like 5-star thing stacked on top of that to get funny haha big number. But that's also extremely expensive. It's not... It's just not that good. the fact that there's so many other characters doing the same thing is really detrimental to each other because they're all trying to outcompete each other when they all serve the same purpose. If you have a single one of these characters built up, you do not need the other one. You just don't. Let's see. It's just really unnecessary. Like, let's say you built up Diluc, and then, oh, people are like, oh, Hu Tao's so good. Hu Tao does a lot more damage than Diluc. You're building a whole another character just to do the same exact thing. Even if you do get a bit more damage number out of it, the fact that you're building a whole other character to perform the exact same role is not very efficient, and it's not good. So I'll put every single Pyro Hyper Carry in their own tier. Let's see. Diona is a character that was released after people realized Bennett was really good. And that was when the devs realized, oh shoot, we can't make our supports that good anymore. And then you got Diona. Diona does everything Bennett does, but worse. You get worse healing, yet significantly worse damage. You don't get any damage buff at all. And you get a funny shield, I guess. Very cool. So I'd probably but Cryo is a really good element by well, let's see. I mean, she isn't entirely useless for sure, though. There is value in shielding and healing. So I'll put her in C tier. Fischl is probably... Ooh. Fischl's pretty good. Fischl is entirely outclassed by Raiden, but she's also a 4-star, which makes her a lot cheaper. Pretty good with any auto-attacking character. Electra got the reaction buff, so really good with characters like Xingqiu. I'd probably put her in A tier, yeah. Ganyu, everyone loves slobbering over Ganyu. But she is in the exact same position as Ayaka, which puts you in the position of these two characters do the exact same thing, so who do you pick? And it doesn't really matter. They're both just going to do a lot of damage. They both just... Yeah, they both just do a lot of damage and nothing else. That's it. So, Ganyu is going to be an 8 here, I think. Jean is pretty solid. Her numbers are pretty low, but just being able to get an anima reduction, like an anima reaction for defense reduction is really good. The healing's really big. She's probably a B tier. Her character's fine, I guess. She's just... I've talked about this before with some friends as well. There's a lot of characters in Genshin where if you think about it, you can kind of just reduce their character to they are a female character that works really hard and is kind of shy. And you basically cover like half the cast. Like half of the characters in this game kind of fall into that category. On the other side of the coin, you also have the tall guy characters, which are all, ooh, I'm so cool. I'm joke around. I'm cool, and also I'm reliable and strong and very masculine. That's a really popular trope with those types of characters as well. It's not inherently a bad thing, but there's definitely a lot of them. Let's see. Kai is a starter character and he's actually quite great. His cryo application is really good. Damage is solid. He's not super accessible because he's on the he's only on the standard banner. How are you talking about, Risey? Kaya only being on the standard banner is quite limiting. But the fact that he is a starter character and he's actually really good is worth... It's worth considering by itself. Coaching! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So many... Cushing is the most worshipped character by so many freaking goofballs. Like, oh my gosh, I remember the game started and like, oh, Cushing mains is like the place where you learn to get better at the game. You really... Oh, sorry. I'm getting a phone call right back. Hey, cool. Where did I leave off? Oh my goodness. I remember when this game... Well, people still do this, but... People talk about Kuching like she's a freaking fighting character with like animation canceling. And like, oh, we can do this to get like, oh, attacks off faster. It's like, oh yeah, she has a really high skill ceiling. Genshin is a game where a character has 3 buttons. You left click to attack, you press E to use their skill, and you press Q to use their big skill. You can slobber all over her titties, all over you. Like, you can slobber over her however much you want. There's only 3 buttons in this game, and you're not going to get very much value. You cannot compensate with super complex mechanics to make a bad character good. It's just not going to happen. You can't build her a specific way. You can't play her a specific way. Kuching is just a bad character no matter how you put it. Let's see. Hi, Fakes. Hi, Viz. Thanks for the business. I really appreciate that. Oh, I'm not sure if you noticed, but we got a bunch of other sound effects too. Let's see. What are you two up to? Let's see. As you can see, I'm here ranting about Genshin Impact characters, and I've been doing that for the past half an hour, I think. And I will continue to do that for like the next hour or so. I don't know. And Cushing is just a electro damage character too. There's nothing unique about the character. There's nothing unique about press button and do damage and do nothing else for your team. On top of the fact that electro is a very mediocre element. Sounds good. Let's see. Man, I still remember putting like probably like 100 or 200 hours into my Kenshi save. That game's just really addicting. It's also very ugly. I wish the game wasn't so ugly. Yeah. Kuching. Oh my gosh, I'm putting her in D tier. There's also nothing unique about her character too. She's just another, oh, works really hard character. I guess. Maybe that'll change in the future. Hi Neo, how you doing? So Neo, how's your assignment coming along, huh? Ah. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm getting a lot of joy out of complaining about very trivial matters again. I love complaining. Complaining's just very fun. But yeah. Holy smokes. Kuching mains are some of the most obnoxious people out there. Let's see. Alright. Lisa is a starter character. And does absolutely nothing. Let's see. Mona, one of the vanilla 5-star characters. So that makes her pretty accessible. Her ult is quite unique, I'd say. She's very janky to play, though. They had to tweak her movement skill around to make it less horrible. Because they're just so janky, and it still is quite janky. Also, her E has a lot of delay before it actually comes out. And her E kind of sucks. In terms of character, prideful, kind of shy character. She's a character, I guess. Put her in B tier. Let's see. You need to get back into it a little. Did an update a month ago and got distracted. Did an update for what, Viz? Alright. Ningguang. Ningguang is Albedo's competition. Now, what separates Ningguang from Albedo is that she's a 4-star character and she can actually hit shields. Even if her numbers are a bit lower than Albedo's, the fact that she can actually hit enemies is a huge plus over Albedo. And she's cheaper. A-tier character. Very solid. Very good. Gotta talk to you about something after stream, though. Sounds good. Noelle's an S-tier character. Noelle's a character that does very respectable damage, has a good shield, and does a giga load of healing. Her supportness isn't quite at the level of Bennett's, but oh my goodness, she's such a universal character. Very well-rounded. Absolutely. Probably by a large margin the best duo character. I don't think there's any contest. Her character isn't... I mean, it's just another shy girl type character. You've seen it a trillion times, but... whatever, it works. It's quote-unquote feminine to go ooh-woo. And stuff. I mean, heck, I do it too, so... really solid. Really solid character all around. Chi-Chi. Yikes. C tier. Does healing, does a bit of not very much damage. Let's see. Razor. C tier. Doesn't really do much of anything. He does damage, but doesn't have a specialization in anything. It's just not very good. C tier character, he's kind of cute though, so bonus points for that. Sucrose is not Kazuha, but still very good. S tier. Has pulling, has swirling. You get damage bonus and you get defense reduction. Very, very solid character. A bit jankier, a bit clumsier than Kazuha, but very strong. Let's see. Child is... Probably B tier. He's so reliant on his team. He does not do anything by himself. But sometimes he just fills the slot. Oh, you need someone to do damage. And you need it to not be... And just Hydra just happens to be the best choice for this very particular situation, then sure. He's fine, I guess. He is quite hot, though. I like his funny laugh, though. He goes, I like it. I like it when guys laugh like that. Like, very casual, very cool. Stuff like that. I'm putting him in A tier. He's very sexy. Let's see. Venti. The definitive femboy. A tier. I'd put him in A tier in every category except I'm kind of biased towards boys, so I'll put him in S tier. You know him. You know him. Xiangling is not quite as universal as Bennett, but still an extremely powerful character. And Xiangling is also responsible for making every pyro damaged character in the game worse. Because there's 5 others of them, and she's free. And the fact that she can be competitive with 5-star characters that cost so much to even obtain is something that makes her blow the other characters out of the water. Also, she's not a hyper carry, she does it off field too. So it's like just the perfect damage character, basically. Xiao is very edgy. Fan art's kind of good though. It's kind of hot. Put him in A tier. He does a lot of damage. Cool guy. Put him in A tier. Xingqiao, same boat as Bennett and Xiangling. Well, he's in the same boat as Xiangling, basically. Very freakishly overtuned character. He does so much. Also, he's very cute, very submissive, very breedable. I could just flatten him like a pancake. But yeah, look at this guy. Incredibly sexy character. He's S+ tier for that alone. Xinyan is a character. They keep putting her in event stories for some reason. It's pretty firmly D tier character. Doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything. She actually just doesn't do anything. Zhongli makes the game very easy. S tier character. Quite universal. His numbers aren't super great, but you use him for the shield anyways. Very strong character, S tier. And he's basically at like 99% functionality at C0 too. So he's a very budget-friendly 5-star character as far as 5-star characters go. Yeah. S tier character. Rosaria's pretty solid. Does the same thing as Kaya. Over an A tier. Pretty strong character. Her design's pretty cool. I like her new design more. Also, she has gray skin for some reason. I don't get what the deal is with that. Yeah, very all-rounded character. Being cryo is a huge plus too, so. Eula is the only basically the only physical damage dealer in the game right now. She's pretty good at it too. Physical damage in this game kind of sucks though. But she is the only character in the game that does it, and does it well, so I'll put her in A tier. Right, Kazuha, S tier. If there's a single character that competes with Bennett for being the best character in the game, it's Kazuha. Gosh, Kazuha really just is like a 10 out of 10 in every single category. He's fun to play. He's really good. He's very universal. He pulls things. He buffs your team. He debuffs the enemies. Goodness gracious. Basically everything you want in a character. Also, his character. His story and stuff is really good too. So, absolutely S tier character. He's such a good little boy. I could just roll him up into cookie dough. Goodness gracious. And then cut him up into little cookie pieces and then bake him in an oven. I love him. He's also more expensive than Bennett though, so that's the only thing that makes him not Bennett. Let's see. Sayu's pretty solid. Her skill sucks. Well, no, her skill is really good for just playing the normal game. I'll put an A tier. She can make you go really fast. She can heal. She can swirl. Even if her reach kind of sucks, it's fine. She's a character that works. Let's see. Brighten is freakishly overtuned in every category possible. I've talked about this briefly, but Electro is a very bad element. And the fact that she has a bad element and is still, like, the strongest damage dealing character in the game and buffs your whole team is pretty insane. Yeah, no, there's nothing to say about it. She's just a very freakishly strong character. S tier. S tier. Sarah has no identity in her character at all. She does a little buff. Gameplay-wise and story-wise, Sarah doesn't really do anything unique. Her numbers aren't very impressive. And it's just very meh all around. I think her design's pretty cool, but they did her dirty in the story. She's like the Team Rocket of the Genshin story, where she only exists to get freaking blasted off into space every time. Yeah. Not all that interesting. Kokomi, oh gosh. Oh my goodness. I'll put her in B tier. Kokomi's damage output is quite good. And her healing's also fantastic. Definitely over-worshipped by the people that have her, though. It's doing damage and healing is not a very unique role. And it works. Like, she's better than Child. Well, but Child's hot, so... Is she an A tier character? I'll put an A tier. I think her story, her character personality, is very mediocre. But she's quite a strong character. Let's see. Cat Stay just want to pop in. Oh, okay. Hi, Shadow. Have fun with whatever you're doing. And thanks for popping in to say hi. I don't know what this is. Aloy, oh goodness. Oh goodness, there's nothing to say about Aloy. I'm just gonna pretend she doesn't exist. Toma has very low numbers. And a shield. He's a functional character. He's just not very good in any category. Probably C tier? Yeah, probably C tier character. Oh boy, Ito. Man, I remember on release, people were talking about how good Ito was because he does damage. Like, that's supposed to be some sort of really big revolutionary thing. There are so many freaking hyper carries in this game that there's so much competition between them. And all the other Geo characters, most of them. No. Ugh, it's just, he doesn't do anything. He just does damage. That's it. That's the entire description of Ito's character kit. He does damage. That's it. He does more damage than Noel, but he also has 0 healing. So just because he does more damage than Noel doesn't mean does not make him better. It's not having that healing is a huge difference. It's a huge deal breaker. He also buffed Noel with his existence because his weapon works perfectly with Noel, making her an even stronger character. However, he's very funny and I like the way he talks. So I'll put him in A tier. We love Ito. He's such a funny guy. He's also very wholesome. A tier. A tier. Goro. I think he's pretty funny. I'll put him in B tier. Gameplay-wise, Goro basically serves 0 purpose. However, he's quite cute. So I'll put him in A tier. He's quite cute. Let's see. He's quite cute. Shunhe is a character. She does damage. And does it off field. It's okay, I guess. I'm sure it's big numbers. But it's not worth being like a time limited event. It's not unique is what I'm saying. So it's probably B tier. Her character is pretty interesting too though. I'll put her in B tier. Yunjin I know nothing about. I'm not even going to try. I haven't bothered playing her. Her kit doesn't seem very good, but I'm not going to place her on the scale if I don't know anything about her. Let's see. Yamiko, oh goodness, D tier. D tier. Extremely mid character. Ido's very cool. Man. If there's one way I want to die in this world, it's being chopped up into 700 pieces by Ayado's sword. He's a cool guy. Very sexy. Big sexy. Big cute. I love him. I love his muzzles. That is a man I would not hesitate to get down on all fours for. Holy smokes. Also, he's kind of good at the... Oh yeah, he's also kind of good, so... There's that too. I already forgot... What is her name? The fact that I forgot her name probably speaks volumes about what I think about this character. It's just not... Shincho already exists. That doesn't make her bad. I don't think she's all that interesting. Probably C tier. Kyuki Shinobu, I know nothing about. Heizo scales really poorly. I thought his numbers were going to be a lot better. Because I used him at a low level and he did a lot of damage. But then I leveled up all his stuff and then leveled up all his artifacts and stuff. And gave him like a full build and he basically did the exact same damage. So he doesn't really pull. His ult sucks. But he's very cute though. So B tier character. He's a super breedable character. Oh my goodness. Look up some Hazel art and you will have a great time with yourself. Guarantee it. Let's see. Tenari, I like his funny ears. A tier. Clay. I like her. Nothing wrong with Clay. A tier character. Dory, don't have her. Dori. Nilo, I don't have her. Oh, no, I played her in the test one, though. And my verdict is that she kind of sucks. She kind of sucks, is my verdict. She seems like a nice person in the story, though, so sure. C tier. This guy is kind of cool. I like his abs. I like his little boy abs. Shota muscle, if you will. Swole Shota. Well, he's not really swole. He's just kind of... He's super twinky, but... I don't know. I like him. I haven't gotten to his part in the story yet, so I know nothing about his character. His kit is about as interesting as you can make a main DPS. You time the hits, sure, that's... It's not very interesting, but it's about the best you can do with a hyper carry. So, I'll put him in A tier. Candace? Who's Candace? Don't know anything about them. This character hasn't even been released yet, but I already know she's gonna be an S tier character. It would be very hard for her to be a bad character. Let's see. They always make the Archons very, very freakishly good. Don't know who that is. I don't know why that's there. Alright. Okay, so that's my final tier list. Alright, the class is now open to comments, questions, and concerns. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and I will get to you as soon as I can. In the meantime, I will go be right back and refill my water. Let's see. Okay, I am back. And I just realized I hit the 2-hour mark, which means I'm now going to take a break and conclude today's stream. So, let's see. Thank you everyone who joined today. Andrea Pog, thank you for following. I'm back and I'm about to... Well, I think we're done for the day, I think. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I had a lot of fun. Just a reminder for those that weren't here when I announced it, there's new emotes in the Discord and Twitch now. I hope you enjoyed them very much. A huge thank you, of course, to all of you, my viewers, my audience. I love you guys so much. Mwah, kisses for you. Big thanks to my patrons and Twitch subscribers for making all my projects possible. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to get anything done without you guys. So, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. I love you and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. And as per usual, I will stay for about a minute or so to say bye and to take any last-minute questions. Thanks, Risey. There we go.